Oh my goodness. What do we have here? Hey guys, what's up? It's Clay Ranger 143 here, along with Thunder Buddy 01, who is currently fucking muted because he's working on an animation, along with...
Hi.
Who are you?
Hi.
I don't know, who am I?
Who the hell is this person?
I have no idea.
Oh wait, you're Ryan Blaney! I forgot, you must be Ryan... You must be Ryan Blaney!
I am Ryan Blaney. No, Chase Elliott. I changed numbers.
Chade Elliott. One-time thing, I'm saying it. I promise.
I mean, I could be Truex.
No, I'm Dick of Truex, bitch!
I'm other time.
What the?
Oh my god! The way he looks on camera is so meme-worthy! Oh my god! Just wait until you see the video!
Now this is the kind of bullshit I have to deal with on a daily basis.
Just wait till you see the video!
Michael, you're Truex, I'm Blaney, and Nicholas is Logano.
Obviously, CT represent, but yeah. Hello, Mr. Uno Man, Mr. Dazdek.
You did. Javier didn't even say his username.
Bruh. His face is like, what the fuck right now?
His username before I say mine.
His face is like, what the fuck right now?
Oh, by the way. Damn it, that's been 25.
Oh god!
Oh my god, this intro now.
That's what happens in Martinsville when they drive too aggressively. They go.
Anyways, oh my god! Bumper cars.
Spin around.
But anyways,
That's what short track racing does.
no, it's just short track racing.
Okay, Denny Hamlin.
Anyways, yeah, in this episode of Radio Reviews, this one is actually very special because, yeah, we just filmed the 100th episode in January, and it was aired in March. Well, you guys are probably not going to believe this, because for this episode, it's going to be very special, because it has AM, FM, atomic clock, and weather all in the same one. And that radio is the RadioShack 12-253. Now join us for our 150th episode. Let's go! All right. The RadioShack 12-253. One of the rarest RadioShacks I've ever had in my house. And it was all made possible thanks to MontyCat33 and the Siren Geek. How about that? So, yeah. The radio's here. And it is definitely a beauty. It's a looker for sure because, this radio has a lot of unusual things about it, especially with the style of the bodywork shell, if you will. And this. We'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, there's the antenna on the back. This radio, just like the 12-249 filmed earlier in this season, is hardwired into the radio. So, yeah. And then you have this other wire coming out the back next to that for this. Like I said, we will get to this very soon, but the RadioShack 12-253, it's a very rare radio. You can hardly find one of these, especially in this good condition, but yeah, this radio was made sometime in the 1990s, of course, because you can tell. This thing literally looks like one of those nostalgic-looking Sony Dream Machines. You know, those General Electric alarm clocks that you use in your grandmother's house when you're sleeping next to a fucking radio, when you need to turn it on with weather alert or AM/FM frequencies just to get you to sleep. It looks like that, but it's black and gray, and it has some somewhat silverish lining on the top of the radio, but yeah, the front panel is literally black. Apart from the display, because the display is green. It has green digits all over the place. So, let's take a look. RadioShack with the radio again! With one fucking R. Weather radio alert, specific area message encoding. AM/FM radio, atomic clock. NOAA weather radio. Statement, watch, warning/emergency. Trying to be like the Eton FI600, are we? Fuck. The display itself, it is 7:46 p.m. and it just changed to 7:47. But yeah, this display doesn't quite. Yeah, this display doesn't quite have a large space to fit in a bunch of digits. But this now it just changed to 7:47. But yeah. Instead of saying AM or PM, it just says A or P. And then you have your signal detector and your battery indicator on the upper left, and it says alert off, and I'm going to change that. There we go. Alert on now. But yeah, on the top, let's take a look at the top, where all of the buttons are on the radio. So we have the weather snooze button right up here. The jackpot button. We have the OK/hour button for programming and setting up the time, as well as some functions in the menu. We have the clear button. We have the scroll/minute button. Again, same for the other one, the OK and hour button or HR button. Basically to scroll down with the minutes and the time, as well as scrolling through the menus. And you have 6 other buttons right up here. This thing has dual alarms. Alarm 1, alarm 2, clock, sleep, AM, FM are off.
I hate to interrupt, but Florida Amber Alert.
What?
Amber Alert in Florida.
Drew, you might want to get on that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, yeah. Welcome to fucking Florida, people, where people abduct their kids. Anyways, yeah, AM, FM off. And seek, these 6 oval-shaped buttons. They are right up here above these 4 buttons, which I just mentioned. And then you have these radio memory/time zone buttons. Yes, this radio can store different time zones. How cool is that? So if you move into Central Time from, say, Eastern or Mountain Time, you can literally press one of these buttons and it will automatically adjust the clock an hour backwards or forwards. How cool is that? That's pretty cool. And then this 5th button right here is just for the radio memory. But, yeah. Let's take a look at some other features. On this side, there's literally nothing there, and I just dropped my FM transmitter. I just dropped my transmitter. Yeah. Does it still work? Yes, it still works. Okay, good. Alright. So, let's take a look at this side of the radio. There's nothing there, of course. This side of the radio has 2 volume buttons, or knobs. It has 2 volume buttons. Or knobs. Yeah. But yeah. Yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah! No. Anyway. Anyway, this radio has...
I am Johnny Blackpants.
This radio has 2 alert volume knobs, which you can literally just slide. You have the regular volume knob for the actual speaker, and then you have the alert volume knob for the siren level. On the back, we have your typical generic antenna. You have this wire for the secondary antenna right here. You have your auto and alarm switch.
Is one on already?
Your alert on, off, and program switch for the menu setup. And you have a key lock feature. Yes, this radio has a key lock feature. How about that? And then there is the main power going to the radio, hardwired. But on the bottom, there's nothing there except for the 9-volt adapter slot. And this radio was made, or this particular one was manufactured in November of 2000. So it's definitely Y2K prepared, because it has a lot of cool features that literally is not seen on almost any modern radio today. So, why don't we get into those cool quirks and features? Because we're going to have a lot of fun with the RadioShack 12-253 for the 150th episode of Radio Reviews. How about that? 150. And we just reviewed the 100th episode a couple months back. How the hell? But anyways, let's get into the first feature, and that would be the button beeps, which are verily, verily, verily quiet. Yes, verily is not a word, but I can say it because why not? But no, seriously, the button beeps are actually very quiet on this radio. I don't know why. And Mitchell just put a brand new speaker into this thing. So I guess the button beeps are supposed to be quiet like that. So, why don't we get to the button beeps? These are invalid. I know you guys can barely hear that, but yeah.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Oh.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Okay.
It almost sounds like a stopwatch.
It does. Invalid and valid. Hang on.
Invalid request. Your request was invalid. Please try again. What the heck?
Hmm? 637 pages just gone. Finished. Oh,
I don't want to know. But, yeah, those are the button beeps on the RadioShack 12-253. Now, I believe, wait, Nicholas, I know you can't talk right now, but isn't there a way to test out the siren on this thing? Is there? Or is there not? Let me try. Maybe there is. Maybe there's a test mode on this radio. Let's see. I'm going to unplug it from the wall and then plug it back in while holding down the weather button. So let's see if that does anything. Aha! I knew it! So that's how you get into test mode. You hold down the weather button. Typical. I knew it. I fucking knew it. So now we can test out the siren. So why don't we get into this next? Aha! I knew it. I knew it. This is typical on any RadioShack radio from like the 2000s. And like the, late 90s? Because every time you just press the weather button and just power it up, or on the 12-249, the off button, you just literally go straight into test mode. So, yeah. The siren, or the sirens, because you can actually test the siren on these older RadioShacks. You just gotta find the way. And I exposed the way. Because do you know the way? It's a dead meme. Shut the fuck up, man. But anyways, the sirens. There's two sirens. One for tests and one for warnings and watches. And some statements. So yeah, let's do the test siren first. Now we've already discussed how to enter test mode. You just power it on while holding down the weather snooze button. But to test the siren for tests, you go onto the radio memory section and press the 3 button.
I really don't want to, but I have to go back.
Okay. But this
Alright, guys.
Alright. Shout out to Norfolk Southern Storm for sticking around.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. But,
Katie's
yeah.
about to go back to work, copier.
Damn it.
It's alright, she'll be back later. For more reviews. Oh shit, I thought I broke the radio, but no.
Yeah, but Javier will be up.
I didn't. I'll still mention both of you at the end of each video while we're still in here. Oh, God, that sounded...
Okay.
But I thought I broke the radio for a second, but no, it's literally weather/snooze.
I would hope you did.
No, I didn't. I
You
didn't.
wouldn't break a radio.
All right, see you, Katie.
All right, Katie.
And
I'll join back when I get home.
all right, we'll be here. But yeah,
Alright. Love you all.
love you too, Katie.
See ya.
But yeah, here's the thing. I thought I broke the radio just now, but no, because I was literally just pressing buttons. Turns out weather/snooze literally makes every single character on the display light up along with the warning/emergency watch and statement lights. So that's what it does. So that's completely normal for test mode then. Plus in the dark it actually looks kind of nice. But yeah, that's the first siren for tests. And then here's the warning siren from a video from Panthers Rule 2016, who also owns a RadioShack 12-253, and it activated for a winter storm warning. And it was actually a wind chill warning, but it was toned as a winter storm warning. But if you are watching this, if you ever watched this review, you own an incredibly rare weather radio. Keep it clean and take care of it. Just like this one. But yeah, those are the siren tests, so why don't we go ahead and get into the next feature. And remember that little antenna that I showed you that was next to the power adapter? Well, turns out this is the antenna for the atomic clock. Why don't we get into that next? Okay, the atomic time function. Yes, this radio has atomic clock. It has an atomic clock, and this is the antenna for the atomic clock. And it even says, RadioShack, place horizontally for better reception. Well, yeah, of course it's a horizontal antenna, but the antenna looks like some sort of wicked-looking AM radio loop like you would find on the inside of a radio. The AM loop is literally just a tube of plastic with the badge of RadioShack on it, along with literally placed horizontally for better reception. That's pretty much what it says. But, yeah, this antenna is how you get atomic time, with the atomic clock. Being that this radio was made in Y2K, or at least the end of Y2K, you can pretty much see why RadioShack opted to have the best-in-class technology for this particular radio, even though some of it was mostly outdated at that time, but it was RadioShack. But yeah, this little thing controls atomic time.
Here.
Oh, hello! It is Miss Radioactive Girl 00. Hello, Miss STL10.
Yes. Shush. Hi. Yes, it's me.
Anyways. Yeah. You just walked right into the 150th Radio Reviews episode, so yeah. Welcome! But yeah. As I was saying, the RadioShack 12-253 definitely has some really nice technology, especially with the atomic clock feature. Like, okay, so how it works is that, for those of you who don't know what atomic time is, basically, atomic time is operated and is mainly monitored and sent out with special signals that only certain radios like this one can be able to hear through it. It's called WWVB. It is a time signal radio station near Fort Collins, Colorado, and it is operated by the National Institutes of Standard and Technology, or NIST. Now, most radio-controlled clocks like this one in this country use WWVB's transmissions to set the correct time if your time is wrong. But this is actually so true to that statement that if you look on the bottom of the radio, you can literally see on the bottom of the radio, and Nicholas can vouch if whenever he wants to look, that is, but look, underneath the radio on the general model number info, like RadioShack category number 12-253, atomic clock weather radio restricted, frequency coverage, it literally shows the frequency for WWVB. It literally says it right there above AM and FM frequencies along with the weather radio band. It literally says frequency coverage, WWVB 60 kilohertz, FM 88 to 108 megahertz, AM 530 to 1710 kilohertz, weather radio 162.4 to 162.55 megahertz, audio, video products, and accessories. Custom manufactured in China for RadioShack Corporation, Fort Worth, Texas 76102. And then you have all the other technical information, tested to comply with FCC standards, all that other fun stuff. But yeah, if you literally look on the bottom of this radio, you can legit see frequency coverage, WWVB, 60 kilohertz. That's literally what it says. And it's literally engraved in plastic. By the way, something I noticed about the 12-253 is that whenever it's powered on, particularly near the wire for the power, it gets warm, like very warm. Not hot, but just enough to notice it. But yeah, it's a good radio nonetheless. But yeah, as I was saying about atomic time, it's basically operated by WWVB, operated by NIST. Now, I should mention that WWVB is literally just a time signal radio station. It's not an actual, like, radio station. It's technically a radio station, but it's only designed to serve one specific purpose. Meaning the fact that it's literally just completely... It's a continuous 70 kilowatt ERP signal transmitted from those towers on a continuous 60 kilohertz carrier wave, and that specific frequency of which is derived from a set of atomic clocks located at the actual transmitter site all the way up in Colorado, yielding a frequency and uncertainty of less than 1 part in 10. A 1 bit per second time code goes through it, which is based on the IRIG-H timecode format, and it's also derived from the same set of other similar atomic clocks, and then that signal is then modulated onto the carrier wave using pulse width modulation and something called amplitude shift keying. And a single complete frame of timecode begins at the start of each minute, lasts 1 minute, and then conveys the year, day of year, hour, minute, and other information at the beginning of each minute. Kind of like shortwave radio stations in a way. But, yeah. It is definitely unique to have something like atomic clock built into a radio by RadioShack from literally the year 2000. They really went all out on this radio, but yeah. Also, let it be known that this is pretty much the only weather radio that RadioShack ever made that has AM, FM, and weather and same. Because all the other ones that have AM, FM, and weather are 1050 hertz only. Well, besides the 519, of course. I'm talking like before this. Because RadioShack literally only made like 1 or 2 radios that have AM, FM, and same. The RadioShack 12-519 and this one. At least to my general knowledge, because those are literally the only 2 radios that I have seen, at least, that have AM, FM, weather, and same built in. Because most of their other radios, like the 1476, are just 1050 hertz. So, yeah, this is definitely a one-of-a-kind radio. But I guess, in a way, you could say that this is literally the 519's predecessor. Because think about it, the 519 also has AM, FM, weather, and same, along with Skywarn, and a lot of other cool features, and that was reviewed all the way back in season number 1. But when you think about it, oh, actually no, that's 3 radios by RadioShack that has AM, FM, weather, and same. The other one being the 996. But, yeah, you get my point, though. You get my point, because RadioShack did not make a lot of radios that have AM, FM, weather, and same. Because, yeah, they only made this, the 253, the 519, and the 996. That's legit about it. Because, any other RadioShack radio that has AM, FM, and same were just 1050 hertz. But those 3 radios, AM, FM with this, the 996, 519, and the 253, are literally the only radios in the main lineup of weather radios that they produced that have AM, FM, weather, and same. I know I said it was only 1 radio, then I said it was 2, but then I realized it was 3. Because, yeah, I'm just slowly catching up. But you get what I mean. They did not make too many weather radios with AM, FM with same. Because seeing something like that, even recently, is, for RadioShack at least, was quite rare for them to make. Because, yeah, like I said, there are literally only 3 different models. This, the 519, and the 996. But this one literally beats those 2 radios by a long shot because this one has a feature that those 2 don't have. And that is going to be the next feature. And we're going to get to the time zones on the clock. Okay, the clock's time zones on the RadioShack 12-253. Now you'll notice it says 8:17 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and it just turned to 8:18. But this thing is a little bit behind, so I'm just going to wait on that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to set it to... No, I didn't want that. Oopsie daisy. That's one thing I hate about this radio already, is that you can't go back. It's literally like the 74200. I'm going to wait until it hits 819 in 30 seconds to demonstrate this feature, because, yeah.
Someone didn't think right.
But hey, it was the 2000s. What would you expect from RadioShack at that time period? Seriously.
Y2K.
What? What would...
Extinction. Are you going?
Alrighty.
All right.
All right, see you, Javier. And
See you
in
later.
5, 3,
Bye.
2, 1. Wow, way to say her name while I was recording, bro. Just kidding. I can censor it, but
Oh.
Dang it, Javier.
but
Wait, I just realized.
Put a note, Michael. Put stick it note.
what?
I just realized he did call me by my name. Okay. I kind of just realized that. It didn't hit me at first.
But anyways, yeah. It is now the correct time. Okay, 8:19. You will notice that it is 8:19 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. But let's say you don't live in the Eastern Time Zone like I do. Because I live in North Carolina, so obviously I'm in the East Coast. I'm in the Eastern Time Zone. Obviously. But let's say you don't live there.
No.
Let's say you don't live there, though. Let's say you live in somewhere like California, like Radio does, or in Iowa, like Drew does, or maybe like where Recom lives in Mountain Time, or Mountain Standard Time, or like Austin in Mountain Daylight Time. But let's say you don't live in the Eastern Time Zone. Well, there's a way to change that. You don't have
It is
to.
as simple as 1, 2, 3.
Literally, 1, 2, 3 on the radio. But, yeah, you may have noticed that these 4 buttons, I highlighted them earlier. These are the time zone buttons. And you see there are 1, 2, 3, 4 time zone buttons, and this 5th one is just for radio memory, as indicated by this little drawing right here. This line goes all the way to the 5th button, but the time zones are only limited to the 4th button. So, if you live in, like, the Central Time Zone, right over there, it is 7:20 going on 7:21 right now. And it just turned to 7:21. So let's say Drew got this radio somehow. Not this exact one that Mitchell has. This is Mitchell's. But let's say he got a 12-253. And it came from, like, Ohio in the Eastern Time Zone. And the clock was somehow already set in the Eastern Time Zone to begin with before he set it or something like that. Even though that won't happen. But let's say that he went on vacation to Iowa, from Iowa to Ohio. Hypothetically, he would have gotten, that radio from Ohio, went back to Iowa, but he's too lazy to set the time. Let's just say he's too lazy. Well, there's an easy way to do that. There's an easy way to go to the time zones. To set the time zone, you can see it's 8:22 p.m. To make the clock go back an hour, and this can also work even when you're in the Eastern Time Zone, because you can literally set it an hour back for daylight savings time to end, or an hour forward for daylight savings time to begin, like it is right now. So, let's say Drew goes back to Iowa from Ohio, and the clock is still set to 8:22. Well, there's a way to change that. You hold down the clock button for about 2 seconds, and then the whole clock will begin to flash. And then you press time zone number 3. Zone 3, Central Daylight Savings Enable. Press OK. And the clock is now an hour back to 7:22 p.m. How cool is that? It literally can change time zones in the literally at the press of a button. You can literally make an hour go back without even having to go into the menus and having to scroll past all those hours like you have to do on the 74-200. Now let's try it out with Radio's scenario. So her scenario would be like this. Let's say she vacationed to the East Coast where I live, if she wanted to. Like, let's say she came here to North Carolina at my place, had a sleepover, and then her sleep schedule would get messed up because she lost 3 hours of sleep getting here. Because she is 3 hours behind me in California. It is 5:23 p.m. Pacific time over there right now. It is 5:23 Pacific Daylight Time over there. Let's say she wanted to change it 3 hours back as soon as she got back. All you have to do is press clock and press time zone number 1. P for Pacific, daylight savings enable, and click OK. Clock again, and it is now set to 5:24 p.m. Pacific time. There's literally so many
5:24 p.m. radio time.
Yes. And it's on a RadioShack. But yeah.
Oh, I run.
But no, that is actually a cool feature, but here's the thing. In order for all of the 4 time zone buttons to work, you have to make sure that you are in zone 4 to at least set, like, if you're in the Eastern time zone, you have to make sure it is set to zone 4. And if you're in the Central time zone, you have to make sure that it is set to zone 3 on the screen. Because these 4 buttons actually represent the main time zones, at least in the continental United States. I'm not talking about Alaska or Hawaii, the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico. Those don't count and they're not on here. But although there is a way, depending on what zone you live, you can actually customize these time zones. But they are mainly designed for the continental United States. So if you were in the Eastern time zone like me, you would have to, like, put it in zone 4. If you were in the Central time zone, you would have to put it in zone 3, Mountain, zone 2, and Pacific and Mountain Standard Time, zone 1. Because Mountain Standard Time in Arizona doesn't have daylight savings time, so they're literally stuck in Standard Time 365, 7 days a week, 24/7, 365. But yeah. Now let's change it an hour ahead to Austin's time zone, aka North Utah WX. So hold down clock and go to zone 2, and you can see right here, Mountain Daylight Savings Enable, press clock, and it's at 6:26. And now I'm going to put it back to the Eastern time zone again, and it's at 8:26 again. So that is a very quick and cool access feature for the RadioShack 12-253 to have, because not too many radios have time zones on the clocks. It also makes it very convenient to where, like, let's say you're traveling on a long distance trip and you bring this thing with you, powering it on a 9-volt battery just to see what stations you can pick up and such. But either way, it's a very useful feature that this thing has, and I'm glad that RadioShack actually put it on here just to demonstrate how cool their technology was in the 2000s. But yeah, why don't we go ahead and get into the next feature? And yeah, it's actually a confusing feature, and it's a bad one too. The setup. Okay, the setup on the RadioShack 12-253. The setup is questionable, but once you get used to it, you'll be fine, I guess. But here's the problem I have with it. It's literally just like the Midland 74-200 setup. And what I mean by that exactly is the fact that once you're in the time menu, I know that says the wrong time, but I had to unplug my radios because of lightning a couple days ago, and there was a tornado warning south and east of me, so yeah, I will set the time when I feel like it. Anyways, but yeah. And don't worry, Nicholas, I'll set them back soon. I need to do that too. It's bothering me as well, but I'm doing radio reviews. But, the setup. To get into the setup, you have to go to the back of the radio to put this particular switch, the alert switch, into program mode. Now you're in the setup. And the first thing you will see are the channels and the frequencies for each channel. In this case, it starts with channel 1, 162.400 megahertz. To change the channel, or completely, like, switch it up a bit, depending on what channel it is, you have to press this button right here, the down arrow button. That's the scroll/minute button. So when you press that, that's how you change your channels. And since the strongest one is on channel 6, yeah, to accept it, you press the up arrow button, the OK button.
The up arrow button.
And now you are in the voice/tone mode. You want it either voice or tone. You only get 2 options. There's no display mode. Actually, there is technically a display mode because you can literally turn off the siren all the way down. But, yeah. Obviously, the most common one to have is voice. And then tone is the other one, but yeah. Missed alert reminder. It's not that confusing, but it is for me at least, but yeah. The setup could have been done better. They could have added arrow keys, a menu button or something to add on it, but this is a big example as to what RadioShack was thinking at the time, because half the time, I know that they were developing this radio in a bit of a rush, but that's why they didn't make too many of these. But when you repurpose certain buttons for multiple things, that's where it can get a little bit confusing. Because you have to press the up arrow, because, you know, the up arrow is the accept button, and it also backs you out of the menu if you don't respond in time. Anyway. Okay, there we go. It backs you out of the menu, and then you have to, like, literally reposition the switch. Missed alert reminder, disable. We don't need that because, yeah. The alert reminder is fucking annoying. Like, I'm pretty sure we would already be able to tell if there was an alert coming through. Because, yeah. Siren! And Noah! But, yeah.
And Michael!
God damn it! But, yeah. To tell you the... Jesus fucking Christ. Hanford, piss off. Piss off! I don't care about Bakersfield and your stupid climax reports like...
Ooh, let's see what we got here. Ooh, let's see what we got. Ooh, Bakersfield, California, Fresno, California, Merced, California, Madera, California, Hanford. Ooh, I don't live in Hanford.
Did you get climate report?
What do you think?
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Of course I did.
Because Hanford
Thought it was necessary.
Anyways, I need to plug in my camera. There we go. Plugged in and working. Oh, wait.
Because, yes.
It's not working. I forgot I unplugged my camera's charger to plug in the 253.
Congratulations. You deserve a gold medal.
Ah, shit. But, yeah. The setup on this thing is very confusing. Let's get more into the setup. All locations. Now you get into the alert blocking that this thing has. And you have to use the down arrow to turn it on or off. And then you have to use the up arrow to scroll by, the OK button. This is where it displays every single alert that this radio can be disabled with. Look at that! Volcano watch? Are you kidding me? Special weather statement. Test message, what? What?
Test message, EFOS open cap, EASP configuration, test message. And yes, he says EPOS on these iPods with RWTs. He says EPOS.
Why?
I have no idea. But hi.
But yeah, that is the setup on the RadioShack 12-253. It's very confusing, but yeah. Why don't we get into the next feature? And we just went past it. It's the alert blocking. Okay, the alert blocking on the RadioShack 12-253. So let's go back into the setup. Okay. Here's the alert blocking. So you operate it with the up and down buttons. The down arrow to scroll by it for the first time at least, and the up arrow to accept it, because that's the OK button. But, yeah. To scroll through the warnings, or at least to, like, make it turn on or off, you have to press the down arrow button to choose whether you want it on or off. In this case, avalanche warning is not a warning we get up here, so we can turn that off. And it's now off. Same thing with avalanche watch. Blizzard warning, we need to keep that on. We live nowhere near the coast. Coastal flood watch, same with that. Demo message, that's automatically turned off. Flash flood in general. Flash flood warning, flash flood, there's flash flood warning, obviously. Flash floods watch. Flood statement. Flood warning. Flood watch. High wind warning. High wind watch. They don't tone those here, so we can turn that off. Same thing with that, same thing with that. Tone on for monthly tests. Severe thunderstorm watch. Severe thunderstorm, or excuse me, severe weather statements. Special marine warning. We don't get those here. We can turn that off. Test message. Volcano warning. We can turn that off. Volcano watch. We can turn that off. Winter storm warning. Leave that on. Winter storm watch. Leave it off. But yeah, that's the alert blocking on the RadioShack 12-253. It can be a little bit counterintuitive when you don't really know how to use it, but yeah. Now for the hard part. Because this radio has a problem with its battery contact, I can't exactly use it with the battery. So I'm going to have to plug this in somewhere to use this next feature. And that is the speaker quality. Okay, I should note that this radio does not have its original speaker. It was actually replaced by Mitchell a few days ago with a WR100 speaker because the original speaker was completely shot and it just sounded so quiet and distorted. It was, ugh, it was awful. But, oh wait, wrong switch. I am going to turn on all the warnings again.
Wait, what radio are you? Is this again?
The RadioShack 12-253.
Oh, that, okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the speaker quality. The thing about this is that I'm going to have to carry the atomic time antenna with me because it's literally hardwired into the radio. And yeah, that's what it is, Drew. Thanks. That's what it is. But I'm literally gonna...
that one... Yeah, okay.
I'm literally gonna have to carry this damn thing with me along with the freaking adapter for it, so, here we go. Somehow it's saving. Oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I think I just got it to work on the battery. Where's the backlight, though? Hang on. Wow. It's literally working on battery power now. Okay. Yeah, as of right now, it isn't flashing. It was a little bit earlier, but I don't know what I did. I'm telling Mitchell right now, so that's why I'm typing this. I have a feeling it could be a potential wiring issue. With the 9-volt battery clip, because now it's flashing again. You see that? I don't know why it does that. This is literally a fresh 9-volt. Okay, so I might want to do this quick. So, shit. Okay. Okay. Look at me, guys. Look at me. This is how I have to carry the stuff. I literally have the fucking atomic time antenna wrapped around my fucking neck just to keep it from falling. And no, I'm not choking, don't worry. Same with the adapter, because yeah, gotta love wired radios, am I right? But yeah, we're only doing this for the speaker quality, so yeah. Let's do that really quick.
North Carolina, operating on a frequency 2.525 megahertz. This transmitter is serving the foothills and southern part of North Carolina. The current time is 8:55 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Hang on.
These are the 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time observations for the Charlotte metropolitan area on Monday, April 12th. At Charlotte Douglas International Airport, it was partly cloudy.
Okay.
The temperature was...
Now we can test it.
Relative humidity 20%. The wind was northwest at 10 miles an hour, gusting to 18.
That's max volume right there.
It was 29.79 inches and rising. At Statesville, it was clear. The temperature was 69 degrees, the dew point 39, and the relative humidity 33%. The wind was west at 6 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.80 inches and rising. At Gastonia, it was clear. The temperature was 74 degrees. In Monroe, it was clear. The temperature...
Okay, so the speaker quality, judging that this isn't the original speaker, but considering the fact that the original one was completely busted when Mitchell got it, and he replaced it with a WR100 speaker, that raises many concerns. So, this is not the original speaker, but I would assume that the speaker quality on the original ones are good or in between, because that's a common issue for these radios to have a busted speaker when they arrive for some reason because of age. Same thing with other RadioShack radios, like look at the 249. That one has a weird speaker. It sounds like it's completely busted and has a hole in it. But yeah. Moment of truth, let's test out the reception and see if it justifies anything for the speaker quality stuff. Okay, the reception on the RadioShack 12-253. On top of its ancestor. Or the 519 is below its ancestor, whatever. But you get the point.
Wednesday. Wednesday night, mostly. Highs in the 60s. Partly cloudy until midnight.
Okay, yeah, the reception in here, we can only get like one channel, so let's go outside and see if we can, like, you know, get anything better out there at least, because, yeah, this radio can do so much better. Even at night, it is still breezy, and it's only like, what, 9 o'clock? But, yeah, let's try the reception outdoors. Come on. There we go.
Chance of rain 50%. The extended forecast for the listening area.
I hate that it has no backlight when it's on battery power.
Upper 50s. Thursday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 30s. Friday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 60s. Friday night, mostly broadcasting from the SCTV tower near Rock Hill, South Carolina, operating on a frequency of 162.425 megahertz. This transmitter is serving Rock Hill and the Charlotte metropolitan area and the surrounding Piedmont of the Carolinas. The current time is 9:02 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Northwest.
I'm holding it as carefully as I can.
Tuesday night.
I'm being delicate with it.
Lows in the upper 40s. 9.79 inches and rising. At Gastonia, it was clear. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 70s. Northwest winds around 5 miles an hour. Mostly sunny. East the lower 60s. Friday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the current time is 9:03 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
So out here, it is considerably better. So the reception on it is honestly an okay rating, and it is so damn dark, especially in the camera's lighting. But yeah, you can see it's still in setup mode. There we go. Alert on. Okay, now let's go back inside and test out the AM/FM capabilities. Okay, everybody, we're back with the AM/FM capabilities on the RadioShack 12-253, and we got some new people in here. We got Recon EAS, and Tuesday Aura in radio reviews. So, yeah, how about that? Can you believe it? The 150th episode, and we have a lot of people in here for it. So, yeah, you heard me right. 150 episodes now. Holy shit.
And what a better way to do it with the 3-star rarity radio that has garbage features.
Actually, no, the features aren't exactly garbage. I actually tested some out. They're actually really cool.
Yeah, they're pretty
Maybe
cool.
one of its features is turning into a literal garbage can.
They are outdated, though. I will say, though, they are outdated.
Oh my god, are they outdated? Oh, they are outdated as shit.
Because, well, what do you expect? This radio was made in 2000.
I mean, yeah, that's
Y2K.
Exactly.
It's like the same as my WX100.
Precisely. But no, seriously, it's that's how it is. This radio was literally made in 2000. So at least let me get some light back in here. That's better. But yeah. So the AM/FM capabilities on the RadioShack 12-253, and I'm going to raise the antenna up, and we are going to hopefully get some stations to try out on here. So yeah, let's just do that. Now to engage AM or FM, you have to press this button on the top that says AM/FM/off. Press that, and it goes to AM first. Now, AM reception is not exactly the best, even when next to this computer. Even when I was away from it, I tried it outside after I finished filming the reception before headed back inside. It's not that great. But it is...
Radios are perfect for reception.
Yeah, but...
Especially the early ones.
But it's still fun to screw with, because listen to the garbled messages and noises you can get. Listen. God damn it, Drew. Yeah.
Alright,
Oh God.
I mean, that's about what some futuristic movie would sound like. So if you ever want to make a futuristic movie, the 12253 is your best sound effects machine.
Same with the Recom R1650.
Yeah, I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong. And same with the 268.
The only other 100s have that weird sound to me as well. Especially my version 2, which is tuned to KHP36.
Okay, now let's try FM. And guess what? 106.5 is off the fucking air again.
Because, of course, 106.5 is always off the air.
Most of them talk in life with important life changes.
Hey, nice music you got there. It sounded a lot like Static.
Welcome to Static Radio, where all you get is static.
Plus you get a year of protection. The water
Welcome to Static Radio.
Have a good one.
Next up.
Wait a minute.
Yes, I know what I'm doing this weekend. The new 303 graphene nano spray coating. Available now at Advanced Auto Parts and Pep Boys.
Holy.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be...
How am I getting WTBI on this fucking thing?
Whether you want to learn Spanish for future travel plans, French to connect with extended family, or maybe German
Because
to learn
Spartanburg called
It
you.
all works because it's built around real
Spartan Born, we're like Spartan Burst,
actual...
whatever.
Wait a second.
Weeks. Babel is designed by real language experts.
Oh my God. Okay. This radio just made a fucking oopsie live on camera. Somehow.
Did it piss itself again?
Yes, it did, because it said that 92.1 is 91.5.
Yes.
Language for life. Learn it.
Because I just tuned to 92.1, and that's the same fucking commercial I just heard on 91.5.
Interfere.
Yep.
I get that a lot.
Frickin' interference. Or bleachers, as I call it.
Dipping into the mid to upper 40s for your Tuesday. Sunshine. Gonna see some clouds moving in by
Mid
the
to upper
afternoon. Highs in the mid 70s, lows in the mid to upper 40s on Wednesday.
420.
Mostly cloudy, a few showers by the afternoon. Highs lower to mid 70s.
Few showers by the afternoon and up in here.
92.1, the big dog.
Damn, I hate my job.
That's the weather for me.
And get vaccinated.
On 92.1, the big dog.
92.1. Cowlick will. That does not stop Cowlick. It may or may not be making other sounds right now.
But, yeah. But, bruh.
Here come you, okay?
Hey,
Or did you steal something of mine again?
Oh my god.
I keep telling you, stop trying to eat my batteries.
Bruh, I'm pretty sure he means another type of batteries. Wait, what?
Listen, man. We don't talk about that here.
Jesus Christ, man!
The shit, or otherwise I'd be teleporting to Arizona right now.
Guys, run! Okay.
I'm trying to eat candy right now.
Moving on. Moving right along. So, yeah, let's take a look at the next feature, and that is the build quality. Okay, the build quality on the RadioShack 12-253. So let's go ahead and take a look at this radio. Okay, at first glance, it looks like a tough radio, but word of advice, it really isn't. For example, we already saw the speaker. Well, we didn't see it, but we know the story about the speaker. Mitchell replaced the original speaker with a WR100 speaker. So that just gives you an idea already in itself. But other than that, the radio actually feels very, very heavy. Even without the battery, it feels heavy, and it feels like it has some reinforcement to it, a little bit. The hard plastic is literally just plastic, it's just gray. On the top, it looks okay, and it's actually built very uniquely, I must say. This is, dare I say, this is the prehistoric 12-519. Because think about it. It has AM, FM, weather, same, and a bunch of buttons on the top. What else has that? Oh yeah, the 519. The only difference is that this radio does not have Skywarn. So the 519 is kind of like the successor to this radio, and then the 996 is the successor to the 519 in a way, but this is what started it. This radio right here. But it is like the prehistoric 519. The speaker quality is, we already discussed it, it's in between, like half and half. Half good, half bad, but anyways, on this side, the buttons, the knobs actually feel really, really well engineered, but they are analog, so it is possible that these will get a little jittery with age for both of them, especially the alert volume button, because that one goes in
really quickly.
Yeah, because that one gets more, it rotates easier. But, the display, it looks like it can last for years, because it has a liquid crystal display, and it's monochrome, too. Literally, a monochrome crystal display, because it's literally just black, dark green, and green. That's all you get. It's green, green, and more green.
It's green.
It's fucking... It's like, so it's the green from Silver Sword in Action 52 barfed out into fucking
letters.
What's that other game? What the fuck is that?
Operation Full Moon.
Operation Full Moon, the one with the puke green.
Now that's puke green if I ever saw it.
The nauseating hue combined with the mixture of vomit makes me think that this game ate Silver Sword and barfed it out, and then RadioShack took that color and put it on their display. But it's monochrome, and it actually looks cool on a black, silver, and gray radio. So the display is obviously going to last a while. The buttons, I am not sure about the buttons, because with knowing RadioShack, sometimes on their older radios, the buttons can like stop working entirely. So, yeah. I guess the buttons don't feel like they're gonna break, but yeah, just be wary of them. Especially this one, because it's plastic. there is another problem that I would like to discuss. The battery contacts is starting to wear out. Because I just tried to, I literally tried to make the battery light on the display stop flashing like it is right now. Because it's a fresh 9 volt. This is literally a fresh 9 volt. Because I plugged it into the frickin' First Alert WX67, and it works brilliantly. It starts right up instantly. So it's obviously not the battery. I think it's either a wiring fault, a slight wiring fault, or just a glitch in the firmware of the radio, maybe. Because, needless to say, the 12-253 does have some obvious issues. Then again, most radios from Y2K have issues like this. So, yeah. Just let it be known that the 253... it could have been built a little bit better, but it is what it is. So the build quality on this is obviously, I think it's good, but there are some noticeable flaws. So, I am debating on whether I should bring it down to in between or just leave it at a good rating. I'm debating on that. Because
in between, I would say in between, just because with age, they will slowly start, losing their firmness or whatever.
Yeah. But the majority of the radio looks to be in decent shape. Mm-hmm. I mean, it works, so that's what's making me debate on putting it at a good rating or an in-between rating.
If you keep your radios in a good condition, then, yeah, it'll definitely look good, because my version 2 WR100 is not in good condition at all.
So, yeah, I'm just going to give it an in-between rating. Because, yeah. So, why don't we get into the final thoughts? Okay, the final thoughts on the RadioShack 12-253. Being that this is such a rare radio in the RadioShack weather radio family, it is definitely an honor to be reviewing it, thanks to, oh my god, the fucking thing spun around on top of the radio, but anyway, that's besides the point. The point is this. It's an honor to review this radio because, yeah, you don't see too many of these. And,
they're expensive as hell.
Oh yeah, they are expensive. Mitchell was lucky to get this.
I got mine for $20.
That was a steal, honestly, because these things are literally selling for like 60
for $5. Played box and everything.
Well, still, but this is literally a steal because let me tell you, people are legit selling these 253s on eBay within a price range of $60 to $90 for a radio that's 21 years old. Yeah.
That radio is legally able to drink.
Yes, it is. And it looks like it might have done just that. But, yeah. Overall, this radio does have a lot of promising features, especially now by today's standards, with the atomic clock and the time zone features, but the features are so outdated, and it's to be expected, because this literally is a radio from Y2K. What would you expect from that? You know, like... Because, to tell you the truth, this is honestly a good radio, but only if they thought a little bit more with making better materials on it, because needless to say, this radio does have issues, but it still works, surprisingly, and gracefully. So, yeah, if you see a RadioShack 12-253 on eBay, buy it quick if it works, because these things are extremely rare now. Well, not extremely rare, but they are rare. They are very rare. At least at a decent price to find it, because RMT, who's testing?
New Hampshire is calling a New Hampshire Homeland Security again.
Yep. But
here we go.
Yeah. Either way, this radio is definitely a promising one. If you need one or want one, and if you can find one, grab it immediately. So, with that out of the way, we are done with this review. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for future videos like this. Also subscribe to MontyCat33 and the Siren Geek for letting me hold their radios temporarily, as we did in Seasons 8 and 9. And also subscribe to their EAS channels down in the description, and all of Season 10's and 11 episodes. Or most of Season 10's and 11's episodes, but yeah. The EAS Geek and BenjiCat33 dedicated to EAS captures, so yeah, subscribe to their channels in the description, and also be able to subscribe, and be sure to subscribe to EAS Test Fan 25, Radioactive Girl 00, Recon EAS, Thunderbuddy 01, and Tuesday Aura. So, thanks guys, go by group order everybody, because you pretty know the drill, pretty much know the drill right now. But yeah. This is Clay Ranger 143 signing out, along with Thunderbuddy 01 and
Tuesday.
Yes, live along with NorCal Dude 599, Norfolk Southern Storm, who was originally in the beginning of the video. Subscribe to them as well. Radio.
Oh, it's my turn.
Bruh.
I don't know the order. Shush.
Look, well, maybe if you looked at the fucking group, it would help.
That doesn't help me since I'm on mobile.
Yeah, and also doesn't help that you're fucking offline too.
Everybody is connected, and I'm.
Michael, shush.
You're offline.
Yeah, Michael. Michael, shut.
I'm literally not.
No, you are. You are. I have it on camera. You are literally offline.
Oh my god, I hate this app. Anyways, I'm Radioactive Girl 00.
Look.
And
Look, see, I'm not the only one. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Fucking dick sword at its best. This is.
Wait. I got enough radio. Are you on beta?
No.
Oh.
But anyways, yeah. She's offline for everybody pretty much, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching, everyone, because this has definitely been an amazing 150th episode. Next thing you know, we're gonna go all the way up to 200 and beyond, because yeah. We will see you guys in the next episode, so catch you later then.